Welcome to day 3 at Adweek. Things are just winding down, so it's time for another one of our Adweek Daily Digests here on The Drum. And today I'm joined by Managing Director of The Drum, Andy Oakes.
Hi, Cameron.
Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
So what have you seen at Adweek today? What has caught your eye?
Well, I hosted a long session this morning on the mobile industry, and it was really interesting in the fact that there's been quite a bit of negativity around mobile I've seen the last couple of days, and it was really a chance for them to fight back a little bit, and they really went for it. They really decided, right, let's get stuck into some of the negativity. And it was really good to see. A lot of the agencies saying, actually, you know what, we're trying as hard as we can. You've got the brands saying, well, you know, we're doing our best. And actually a few realizations that, you know what, it's not all about inventory, it's about data. And I think that's the important thing that a lot of people are forgetting about mobile at the moment.
Has that been a theme at all that you've seen throughout Adweek, or is this something that's just starting to bubble to the surface now?
I think a lot of people are looking at mobile in the same way that they look at desktop, and actually in the same vein that they're looking at programmatic, in the same way that we can do it, so let's go and do it. What they're not thinking is, actually we should be doing this well. And I think that's a theme not just through mobile, but probably through the digital industry as a whole at the moment. We've got to start looking at it in a way of doing it better than just because we can.
Programmatic has been one of the key threads of much of the stuff we've seen here at BAFTA this week. I saw some people on Twitter earlier on today complaining that people are still having to sort of define what programmatic is, or they're still choosing to define what programmatic is. I mean, what do you think from spending the week down here? I mean, are we at that stage? Surely we're beyond all the kind of getting to know programmatic stuff.
Well, maybe we're not. Maybe we're not at all. And if brands are still asking what is programmatic, how can we benefit from it, what's the best way to use it, then actually the programmatic industry still needs to be doing it. You know, you see all the statistics about how many ads are going to be bought programmatically, 85%, 90%. Until the brands are totally sold, you've got to keep pushing that message out there. I don't think everybody gets it. I certainly don't think everyone trusts it.
So I've just come from hosting the Future of Video panel over in the Adara stage. And what was interesting about that is, although we had a lot of online video evangelists on the panel, they weren't shy about talking about some of the big issues that online video faces, particularly things like ad fraud, viewability, these sorts of challenges. I know that's something that you've looked at a lot at the Drum.
Yeah.
So where are we with that in terms of reassuring advertisers and the people watching today that their online video spend is not being wasted?
Well, we're having the debate, which is more than we were 18 months ago. We're being honest about it. There's less naivety around the subject. And, you know, a lot of the quite high-profile fraud cases that have come around in the ad tech world have influenced how video's gone. And they've understood very quickly we need to learn from the mistakes that the display world made if we're going to be trusted as a medium. Very interesting to see that actually it was the video vendors who started pushing the viewability. You look at people like TubeMogul who've done that, but they were the guys that realised, you know what, we need to take this on board ourselves. We can't wait for the IAB to do this. We can't wait for the trade associations. We've got to start driving this. And they started in that about a year ago, and it's very interesting how they grasped the nettle there and went for it. They learnt from other people's mistakes.
Is it a positive step that here at Adweek, obviously a lot of the talks are on creativity and the sort of nice, happy, fluffy side of advertising, but ad tech is on the agenda this year, isn't it, in a way that it probably hasn't been before?
Well, it's interesting because you shouldn't be divorcing the two. You know, let's not forget, ad tech is just a way of getting the ads out there. That's what it is. You know, creativity still has to be at the heart of all advertising. A crap ad is still a crap ad. If it's a crap ad but served brilliantly, still nobody looks at it. It doesn't matter the data behind it. The creativity's got to work first and foremost.
And on that note, we're winding down here at Adweek for another day. We're going to go and wind down with a glass of wine.
We certainly are.
And we'll see you again for another Adweek Daily Digest tomorrow on The Drum.